What's up? What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Michigander Man, and today I'm here to bring you another amazing, awesome adventure, guys. You're not going to want to miss this. I am in Shepherd, Michigan, just a little ways from Mount Pleasant, not too far from Mount Pleasant, but I am here today, guys, to tell you the story of one man. His name was Spikehorn Meyer, and I cannot wait to tell you his story. You guys are not gonna want to miss this, so stay tuned, guys, and let's do this. Decades after his death, people are still talking about the man they called Spikehorn, the most colorful character in the history of Clare County. John Meyer was by turns a farmer, machinist, lumberjack, and miner, but spent his later years as the operator of a souvenir store and wildlife park outside of Harrison. From the 1930s through the 1950s, thousands of people flocked to the area to hear Meyer tell tall tales, what he called bunk stories, and to pet the animals in his private zoo, especially the black bears he called friends. John Spikehorn Meyer was a tourist attraction all by himself, looking a bit like a wilderness Santa Claus. Myers never showered unless forced to, and always wore either blue jeans or buckskin breeches and a flannel shirt. He never married or fathered any children. When asked about his age, his long claimed to be in his 80s, and looked it though he was 89 when he passed away. Born 5 years after the end of the Civil War, Meyer spent his early years in the village of Winesburg, Ohio. In 1876, his family moved to Michigan, settling on a farm near the Isabella County village of Shepherd. He helped work the farm with his 6 siblings and inherited part of the land upon the death of his parents. He also enjoyed working with machinery and inventing new machines, some successful, others not. In 1920, when Meyer was 50, he sold everything he owned and began to travel throughout Michigan. In the succeeding years, he supported himself with activities such as cutting and selling Christmas trees, working in a social coal mine, and speculating on real estate. Real estate is the reason why Meyer ended up in Clare County. He bought and sold several parcels of land in the area, and the 80 acres he purchased in Harrison would become his permanent home. The home also served as a souvenir store and entry to what he called Spikehorn's Bear Den and Wildlife Park. Located next to US 27, the store brought locals and tourists in for a quick peek. Inside, people could buy postcards featuring Meyer and his animals, baskets and knickknacks, purchase gum, popcorn, and drinks, and talk to the proprietor. Meyer charged no admission to see the bears and other animals, but somehow taking a picture of him, he would demand to be paid for the privilege, or threaten to take their cameras in lieu of pay. The wildlife park was home to deer and occasional buffalo, squirrels, rabbits, and other small woodland animals, but the main attraction at Meyer's business was the black bears. Over the years, he kept various bears from cubs to adults and gave them affectionate names, such as Nip and Tuck. When they weren't in the bear den they were on, chain leashes and interacting with the public. The staff fed the bears by hand and with utensils. Sometimes Meyer would put a peanut in his mouth and the bears would retrieve it. He offered visitors the chance to do such as well, but there weren't many takers. A billboard half a mile from Meyer's store declared, "Only bear den in the world that visitors are allowed to shake hands with bear," and people clamored to take advantage of that opportunity. On several occasions, visitors were scratched or bitten by the bears. Such incidences quickly brought Meyer to the attention of the Michigan Department of Conservation. To voice his disapproval of their surveillance, Meyer posted 2 signs on his property stating, "Feed the game warden to the bears and help feed the little bears the game wardens kill." While visiting the bear den, tourists were often treated to a tall tale or two. Meyer had a gift for spinning a great yarn with the listener not really knowing if the story was true or not. A typical story had a hint of truth, but the rest was usually bunk. The frugality extended to the way he operated his business. He employed people to help him feed the animals, take care of the store, keep the books, drive him around, and cook for him. On occasion, he hired extra help to perform a specific task, then denied that person pay, claiming the job had not been done correctly or on time. Sometimes he gave no reason at all. One such situation involved Ray Alexander, who worked for Meyer during the summer of 1944. At the age of 15, Alexander had left his home in Shepherd and began biking north to find work in Sheboygan or Mackinac City, stopping at Spikehorn's Bear Den and Wildlife Park for a drink. He complained to the proprietor that the drink machine was broken and served warm beverages. Meyer jokingly responded to him was, "You should have been here in December." Then Meyer talked the teen into staying the night, which in turn became a few extra nights, and then 3 months. Alexander started out as Meyer's cook, then cleaned the animal pens and initially helped out in the souvenir shop. For his work, Alexander received free room and board, but no pay. He knew his boss had money to pay him. The older man, then almost 75, had cash stashed throughout his home and sometimes engaged Alexander to help him find it. While conducting one of those searches, the teen noted that Meyer slept with his old blunderbuss. Discouraged by the weapon and encouraged by family members who wanted him to return home, Alexander left Harrison flat broke, but wiser for the experience. When Meyer engaged in these kinds of personal practices, he was frequently sued. Sellers noted that in Clare County alone, Meyer was said to have been taken to court 13 times if he lost and was ordered to pay damages. He would prolong the legal process with countersuits. After exhausting all his legal options, he would still refuse to pay, prompting the presiding judge to throw Meyer in jail for the night. Claiming the jail environment was too clean, he would arrange to be bailed out and then finally pay what was owed. As Spikehorn aged, maintaining the business became more difficult. In 1951, he fell and fractured his hip. He took to using canes after that and required extra help to move around and take care of the bears. The beginning of the end for Spikehorn's Bear Den and Wildlife Park came when the proprietor suffered a stroke and was admitted to a Gladwin nursing home on September 19, 1959. He died there at the age of 89. While still healthy, Spikehorn had set up the Spikehorn Meyer Foundation in the hopes that his business would stay open forever. Mary Bailey was appointed guardian over the Meyer after his stroke to take care of his affairs. After his death, his heirs placed Meyer's nephew Frank Powell in charge. Wayne Brewer became caretaker of the park for the next decade. Today you can drive by the site of Spikehorn's Bear Den and Wildlife Park and see the stone and wood remains of the souvenir shop. Located on private property, it can be found off US 127, exit 170, at the corner of M61 and Old US 27. A sign is posted nearby declaring it a Clare County landmark site. Even though his business is gone, Meyer continues to live on in the tales still told by past visitors and employees alike. So now we are here in Salt River Cemetery in Shepherd, Michigan. And this is where the final resting place of Spikehorn Meyer is, where his final resting place. And it's very easy to find, but that's the entrance to get in. You will see this statue right here, not too far from there. Kenny Corners, and right where this big tree is right here, I believe it's a big oak tree. His final resting place is right near that oak. And here is the grave of Spikehorn Meyer. This was awesome, learning the history of Mr. Spikehorn Meyer, something I didn't know. You know, I heard stories and everything about him, and I have seen the pillars that are left, but I really didn't know anything about Mr. Spikehorn Meyer until I started looking up the history and stuff on him, and he led an amazing life. And I was so excited about doing this video about him. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of history I was able to show you. I wasn't able to show too much, but hopefully what I did show you guys definitely enjoyed it. And if you guys did, smash that thumbs up, like, share, and most definitely subscribe, guys, because there's going to be a lot more adventures coming up in the near future that you're not going to want to miss out on. And I appreciate everyone that watches my videos. You guys mean the world to me, and I want to thank each and every one of my members. Without all of you guys, I couldn't do what I do. Check out the links below. Check out that merch link. My PayPal link is down below, guys, and every bit goes back into the channel to do more adventures like the one we did today. So I appreciate everything. I love you guys so very much, and I will see you guys on the next adventure.